Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to discover the top PC gaming tech under 100? I know I am. And interestingly today, we have a cameraman that has actually chosen a lot of the content inside this box, which means I don't know what's in it. Am I going to like it, Carl?
Some things you will, some things you'll probably be a bit confused by.
Bit confused by? I mean, that's just my life as always, right? But actually inside this box, we are basically looking to not only entertain you, but fundamentally to give you some good buying advice to show you that if you did want to upgrade your PC gaming setup, you don't have to do it on like a massive budget where you're spending £280 on a LCD liquid cooler or, I don't know, massive expensive keyboard. You can do it for a very reasonable price. So let's discover what's actually inside this box and we'll see just how good the stuff is right after a short word from this video's sponsor. ASRock's B650E Tai-Chi Lite has arrived and it offers luxury high-end performance without the crazy price tag. Fully supporting PCIe Generation 5 for both graphics and storage, this future-proof board is ready for the next generation. You get a cool yet minimal design language, smart power stage VRMs, and even killer Wi-Fi 6E and 2.5 gig LAN. Learn more today with the link down below. Right then, I guess we need to actually get this unboxing started. The first thing is this. Okay, no, I'm guessing this is not £100, Carl. A 3-in-1 desk organiser. I mean, it sounds a bit basic, but I'm sure actually this is exactly the sort of thing that you'll need. How much is it?
£17.95.
£17.95, right. And what do we get for our £17.95, I wonder? Oh, it spins. Okay, right, I see.
Then there's another attachment in the box.
Okay, so it's like one piece and it comes with attachments, right, okay. Oh, so you can't use all of them at the same time?
Unfortunately, you cannot have headphones, controller, and cup holder all at once.
Oh, okay. So that goes under your desk like that, and that will take a controller. Is that right?
Yep.
Oh, you can put two controllers in it. Oh, okay. In theory, you could also have it like that if you wanted to. But you're saying you could have two controllers and your pair of headphones underneath.
Exactly.
And I will also say that I do like the fact that this is... And what's the other piece?
A cup holder.
Oh, I see. I did wonder why you were putting a glass of water on the desk. It's not very professional. Okay, so that goes in. That goes on there. I have already noticed a potential issue though. What if you spill your water directly on your headset or headphones?
Don't.
Yeah, don't. That's a fair suggestion. Actually, I would say feels very plasticky, but doesn't necessarily look it, which is fine. £17.99. You did well, Carl. I would recommend this.
Oh, no, thank you.
Do you like it? So interesting start, but let's move on to the next one. Oh, it's a mouse. This is the Steelseries Rival 3 Wireless. How much is this? £29.99 for a wireless gaming mouse.
Yeah.
Oh no, have you seen what it says on it? If you look carefully, it looks like it says best gaming mouse. Or if you don't look carefully. If you do look carefully, it says, from the makers of the best gaming mouse. Really? Really? So the question is, what does $29.99 actually guess us? Is it battery operated or does it charge up? Do you know? 2 AAAs, I think, actually. 2.4 gig or Bluetooth, so nice to have that flexibility. Oh, you do get some batteries inside the box though. The front slides off, look, and then you put them in here. Oh, and you've also got a place to store the receiver. Now that is useful, especially if you do want to use this as a more portable mouse. I can already see the appeal of this, and then we can have a look. And immediately, actually, that does feel pretty nice. I mean, we've not even got a mouse mat yet. If only there was a mouse mat we could put on this desk. Top PC gaming tech. I mean, that is cheating. This is my own mouse mat. You can buy this link down below. It's going to cost, I think it's about 20 something plus shipping. So it works out in the UK so about £38 or something similar. It might change depending on how much shipping is. Anyway, link to that is located down below. DPI is a little bit low for me, so we press the DPI button. Let's test this out properly anyway. This is some Deathloop, and this is a game that you're meant to actually play stealthily. So maybe going in all guns blazing isn't the right approach, but hey, it's an option. And typically really what you're looking for with a gaming mouse is something that almost doesn't get in your way. You almost want it to be an extension of your arm and you just want to be able to aim properly, right? And you'll find that some of the cheaper mice just aren't that responsive when it comes down to the small, minute movements. But here, actually, I must confess, this is really pretty good from a tracking point of view. I don't think I'd have a problem using this whatsoever. I mean, compared to the G Pro, it's not quite as good, but I'd be lying if I was telling you there's like a massive difference, which is really impressive actually for a mouse that costs less than half. I mean, the G Pro is about £85 at the moment, whereas this is around about 30, which, as I say, is very, very impressive. The only other thing that I do want to test is whether you can actually use this with just a single battery or not. You can see what I mean about how all the weight is now going to be pinpointed here. It's not going to be as even as it was before. It does look as if you can do that. And actually, I would say that probably improves the bottom heaviness of it a little bit. You've just obviously got to be more aware that it is going to sort of instinctively or naturally flick towards you a little bit now. But very, very impressed for 30 quid though. Way better than my first mouse. But we don't have time for games today. There's way more things to unbox. When we were planning this, we asked how many products we should do, and I think we might have gone overboard. But hey, wrist rest.
For your wrist.
Well, I worked that one out. What, while you're using a mouse?
Yeah.
Let's have a look then. How much was this?
More than the mouse.
No, it wasn't. A wireless gaming mouse. And this costs more. It's not a lot of physical stuff for £35. Adjustment period, 1 to 2 weeks. I mean, we don't have 1 to 2 weeks. I think I can see the appeal of this for certain people. If you're you know, you want something for performance gaming and you just use your mouse a lot of the time, you're doing very long sessions and you are getting pain, I absolutely can see why you'd want to try this out. But it's not necessarily something I would say I personally want to use. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with looking at ergonomic solutions for either gaming or just PC use in general, but it's probably more a case of finding the right ergonomic tool that's going to suit you best. It could be this, but I do think £35 does definitely seem a bit steep for this. You agree?
I don't know, I think I'm more sold on it than you are.
There you go. Editor Co is more sold on this than me. What about the price though? £35 for not that much matter though. I think you're paying a lot for R&D rather than the physical product here, potentially. Okay then, 50% of us want this. Here you go. Take it home. Go edit the video.
I'll come back in 2 weeks.
He's fiddling with the box. He wants me to see something first. You know what? Joke's on you. I'm gonna go straight to the bottom. Let's actually have a look. What have we got inside this box? Let's do like a full unboxing now, shall we? A keyboard. This is from Redragon, which I have used quite a few times actually. They make some very good budget peripherals. Are they a bit hit and miss, or are they all good? I don't know. We'll soon find out. This is the Horus 10 keyless. We have a headset. Okay, this was one of your picks, wasn't it? This is the G435. How much was that?
£39.
£39. Now that is cheap. £39, or if you spend £4 less, you can buy a wrist rest. This was the only product actually that inspired this video, because this was sent out by Antlion Audio. This is the ModMic USB. This is something that is going to be very cool. Very keen to test that. Something I'm very, very keen to try. This came in at, what was it, about £99, I think. This is our Xbox Elite controller Series 2. I've been itching to try one of these for ages, because I actually had the original Elite controller that was sent out by Microsoft. Now you can buy this in 2 different flavors. This is the Core, which fundamentally comes without any of the extra buttons and things and adjustable paddles and things. You need to spend about an extra £20 more and then you get the full bundle. But this still removes, look, and then you can swap this out. And exactly the same with all of these sticks and things. It doesn't actually look as if you get the D-pad.
Why would they include that as the default? I don't like that.
I did though bring my old one, and I imagine I can swap this across, so it's not something that will bother me. But that's a little bit annoying, because I would instead recommend people do buy the more expensive kit that does give you all of the options inside the box. I just prefer that. That's so much nicer. Doing yourselves a little side-by-side comparison, you can see that there are definitely differences. Some of them are more subtle than others. Obviously, you do have grips on the side here now, which I think feels a lot better. Hopefully, they won't get as sweaty as you could with this. If that's an improvement, then fantastic. But actually, one of the main differences is that this now has a rechargeable battery inside it. This was using batteries, which was always a little bit annoying because you had to make sure you had spares that were always charged up. Some people still swear by having swappable batteries, but personally speaking, I'm definitely a fan of having it all baked in and charging up via USB-C. You can see, once again, you don't have these extra paddles and things included with the Core version, but you have these little hair trigger locks. So if you want this to go all the way as normal, you leave it as it is, but some people want that to be a lot more clicky, which I guess in theory can mean that your action does register faster. So in FPS and things, if you're playing competitive, then that's probably a nice thing to have. It's not something I use, but hey, you know, it's nice to have the flexibility. But then you also do have these little charging pins, look, on the back here as well, that you can use to charge this up if you buy a compatible cradle. Oh, we'll do a swap.
I think the sticks feel a lot better. The metal obviously feels a big improvement over the plastic as standard. I think it's a little bit hard to justify over a basic controller, unless you absolutely want those hair trigger locks.
But yeah, there we go. We disagree. Carl's sticking with the basic one. I'm going for the Elite. What are you doing? Let us know down in the comment section below. Let's do our keyboard next. We've done our mouse. This is the other side of the coin. Is this wireless, Carl?
Yes.
It is! Ah, so that's why our cheaper brand Redragon is not actually that cheap. Let's have a look. What do we have? Once again, this is called the Horus 10 keyless. Definitely not the nicest packaging in the world, but I mean, I have no problem with that whatsoever. And then we have our keyboard. Okay.
Notice it looks very familiar.
It does look very familiar. Is this why you went for this? Wow, that really is... I know there are only so many ways you can do a keyboard, but that is very similar, isn't it? We've got somewhere to keep the wireless adapter, which is good. We've got some adjustments, but this definitely feels... I mean, it's okay, but it definitely doesn't feel the nicest built thing in the world. Inside the box, we get our charging cable. It is USB-C, and then there's this little box here with some extra switches inside as well. If you need some extra switches, you get them inside the box. That's quite a nice touch. How does this thing turn on? Oh, it's at the side. Sorry, it's at the side. Here we go. Oh, it's not actually very easy to press though. You do have to use your finger now, which is a little bit annoying, but hey ho. Then once you've got it on your desk, I mean, it looks the part, and I will say, even if this is not the greatest keyboard in the world, which I mean, let's be honest, it's probably not gonna be for the price, you do get a lot for your money because this level of form factor, you get lighting, obviously it's completely wireless, you can use it in wide mode if you want, but it fits really nicely with our ecosystem here actually. And I've just pressed the key for the first time. And actually that's a good spacebar. A lot of the time you find with cheaper keyboards, you won't really have the balance and you'll press one bit of the space and it will almost sink in and just go a little bit horrible. Whereas this, not too bad. So yeah, functionality wise, it seems to be fine. I mean, you do also have a few different options and things as well. I'm not sure software wise if there's anything really going on here. You're probably going to be using these function keys, so you can choose between the different modes. You can use Bluetooth as well. You've got different Bluetooth profiles. You've got different memory as well for doing a few basic macros and things. You've got some keys here at the top, which is nice. Basic media keys seem to feel okay. I mean, they're not very tactile, but the media keys, they don't need to be. And then you've also got your media scroll wheel, which seems to be okay in terms of responsiveness, but definitely if you want to quickly turn it up or down, it doesn't quite get there. So you get what you pay for with this. It's not the best thing in the world, but as a starter keyboard, but you don't want to compromise on form factor or wireless, I would actually say it does come recommended. Good choice, Carl. Quite the setup that we've got going on here then, isn't it? But we can make it even better by now expanding out. This product here is called the ModMic. This is nothing new. It's been out for a while. You can get it in a few different flavors. Analog, USB, or wireless, and obviously the price goes up depending on which variant you want to go for. I think the USB is probably going to be right for most people because pretty much all of the high-end headphones that I think this is designed for are going to be wired anyway. So these are my pair of Shure ones that, as I say, have seen better days, but they're, you know, still fantastic. They sound amazing. And what people don't want to do is then swap this out for a gaming headset because it's going to mean spending stupid amounts of money to get something that sounds anywhere close to as good as this. Or you might want to go for like a microphone that sits on your desk, which granted isn't actually too bad these days because of course you've got AI noise reduction software. Traditionally all of the keys and things you hear in your headset chat and it would annoy people. Not so much of an issue now, but the other option is to go for the ModMic, which, as the name suggests, is a microphone that attaches to your headset. But here we are, Antlion it says on the top. Open it up, this is your nice storage case. Here is your ModMic. And I know people that use these really love them. It's definitely quite a cult product, this. It's almost a shame that, I don't know, it's already pretty big, but I almost would have thought this would be like, you know, real mainstream name, but I don't think everyone has actually heard of these. Here's your USB cable, that plugs into your computer, and then you have your bendable mic that you can, of course, adjust to any position that suits you. But you're probably wondering how do you actually attach this to your headset? I mean, what's it do? Just like stick on there? I don't want to convert this into like a headset. I'm quite happy with them as headphones. That's where the genius comes in, because you have this little magnetic connection here that attaches to your headphones. So when you don't want to use your headset, you can just take it off and then it magnetically goes back on, which is pretty cool. We do also get additional clasps and things as well if you do want to swap your headset out, or if you use this for a long period of time and you find it does come off slightly. Alcohol pad to make sure our clasp area is going to be clean. So we pop this on and it says leave it for 60 seconds like this, and then leave it to cure for an hour. But let's put this to one side to cure for a second. And then we can press on to the headsets. And obviously loads of different headsets are available under £100, most of them actually. But how much is this one?
£40.
£40, okay. So, I mean, this is definitely a more budget-friendly headset. I mean, £40 is a decent amount to spend. It obviously is going to come down to your budget and what you actually expect. I was about to start talking about what I use, but I'm afraid we need to change tack because these feel so cheap. I mean, some people like the fact that they're light when they go on your head, but that is not the one for me. That feels pretty bad. You can hear that creaking. But I mean, hey, we might be surprised with the sound quality. Is it a detachable mic that goes on the side then?
No.
No? What do you mean no? Well, where's the mic go then? What, that's the mic? So it's not close to your face. Oh, this is wireless. Okay, you've got me intrigued, Carl. Charges over USB-C. You've got a few different buttons on here as well. You've got your mute button, volume up and down, and power. So there's no adjustment either. Oh no, there is. Okay, let's get this turned on then, shall we? I mean, I realise this probably isn't that interesting to watch right now, but I will confess that I expected it to sound dreadful, but actually it's not too bad. The microphone, on the other hand, will probably be a different story, but if my mum did buy me this for 40 quid, I don't think I would complain. Actually, not too shabby. What about some music though? Let's put my current test song on. It is an absolute banger. How does it sound? I am so impressed for £40. Not bad. Do you want to have a go?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, not bad.
Actually, yeah, the Logitech one is good. It will feel like toilet, but when you've got it on your head, it doesn't really matter because it's nice and light and it sounds pretty good for the money. So consider me impressed. Right, okay, are we ready? This is still the mic I'm using for this video and we're gonna swap over to the headset now. What does it sound like? We don't know. We haven't listened back to it yet. We will in a second. But this is what it sounds like straight, literally out the box, turned on. If I suddenly talk quite loudly, is that going to break up or is it going to adjust? And what happens if I talk quite softly? How is this going to sound? I don't really know. What did you guys think? Was that okay? I'm now going to listen to it back. It doesn't sound good, but for voice calls and talking to your mates and things, it's fine. You wanna have a go? I have no idea whether this camera setup works. It would be a lot easier if Carl could actually be on camera, but he's not permitted yet. He's not allowed. 750,000 subscribers, get subscribed. If that was your friend talking, well, if that was me and we were just playing Halo or something, it's not great, but it's okay.
It does sound like you're underwater.
It does sound like I'm underwater. So that is your bad case scenario. Not sure that makes any sense, but there we go. I think the concept of this is very good, but obviously if it doesn't sound good, then that all goes out the window. So we can adjust this where we want. There we go, we've got it adjusted, and let's start recording. So what you're hearing now is from the ModMic. We're changed back for a second to the normal studio mic. This is the normal studio mic. Then this is back to the ModMic. So in theory, this should sound a lot better and there should be a lot more clarity there. Should be less underwater. I'm being waved at. What am I missing? Carl needs a clap. I mean, that's interesting. How's it do for background noise? Look, this is me talking, background noise. We've got our keyboard and stuff going on here. There's probably less noise rejection with this, but again, you could use something like NVIDIA's AI software, the NVIDIA Broadcast, or any of those alternatives really, to try and take some of that noise out. So while the noise rejection probably is better through their software, out the box, it's going to be very easy to clear up with this. So yeah. That's that. So here we are, genuine impression. Is it much better? Yes. It sounds like me. So, I mean, yeah, both honestly, both have their place, to be honest. I don't want this to sound, you know, like I'm poo-pooing on a headset mic. because for most people, this is going to be absolutely fine. It's going to do your audio needs, it's going to do your microphone, you know, fantastic. But if you are looking to properly step up to something where you can listen to music properly on your lovely headphones, you know, you can use these for all sorts of purposes, and then when you need them, you can of course just pop your headset on. Editor Carl has pointed out it then obviously means an extra cable, but you do get those cable loops inside the box as well to tidy that up if you want to go down that route. I think actually all of the products have impressed me today. It's only really this one I'm a little bit unsure of, to be honest, because I think it's a lot of money for what it is. But if you do like what it is, then I guess it is worth the money. I don't know. What was your favourite? Let us know down in the comment section below. Please let us know what you thought of this style of video. If you like it, we'll do more. What price point next? £50, $50, $200? We'd absolutely love to hear from you. Thank you so much, Carl, for joining us and picking out these products.
Thank you very much for having me and letting me spend your money.
Make sure you get yourself subscribed for more videos like this. Smash that like button. And of course, if you do want to check out current pricing on anything featured in this video, you can find it linked down below with our Amazon affiliate links. And while you're down there, why not plan your next motherboard upgrade? ASRock's new Taichi Lite series is all about performance and features without unnecessary cost. The B650E Taichi Lite supports AM5 Ryzen processors, DDR5 memory, a PCI Generation 5 SSD, and even future Gen 5 graphics cards. Make your dream upgrade today with ASRock. Just hit the link down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. We'll catch you
in the next one.
We always finish each other's